guys, what is up? My name is Jess. If you've never seen my face before, then hello. And yeah, so my name is Jess. I do vlogs and hauls and different videos, tags, everything you can think of basically. And if you have any video suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Today I'm going to be doing a video on I'm going to be doing the 50 questions you've never been asked before tag. I found this online and you can do it in blogs or you can do it in YouTube. So it's like literally called 50 questions you've never been asked YouTube tag. So I'm going to do that and I will link it below if I can, and then you guys can do it if you'd like to do it. And yeah, so first question is, what's your favourite candle scent? I don't really like candles that often, but my favourite scent, if you know me you'll know this, is pomegranate. It is so nice. It is like the nicest smell and I just love it. Like, I never liked it, but like you just sniff the jar and you can just smell it and it's just, oh, it's just lovely. I just love it. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? I literally know hardly any names of female celebrities. Maybe like Pink would be quite cool, I guess. Or Sarah Jessica Parker. I don't really know that many like celebrities. Like there's Adele and things like that, but there's not really like many people apart from the girl from Against the Current, which I really can't remember her name. What's her name? I will find out. But basically, yeah, that girl, the lead singer, she is really cool. Let me just find out. They're one of my favourite bands, so I should know the name, but Chrissy Constanza? Well, her anyway, she's really cool, so I guess her would be my female celebrity sister. What male celebrity do you wish was your brother? Oh, this is between 3 people, and I'm sure if you watch my videos for a while you'd be able to guess who. So it's between Tyler Joseph, Josh Dunn, or Panic at the Disco. I guess you have perks with any of them because they all hang out anyway, so you could like meet them all and stuff. I'll go with Tyler. Yeah, I love them all, but I'll go with Tyler. No particular reason, he's just really sweet. Josh is really sweet too though, so, and so is Brendan. So yeah, out of those 3, ideally all 3 of them. Is that an answer? How old do you think you'll be when you get married? Well, I'm 21 now. Don't know, I mean, could be any age, because like people get engaged and they get engaged for literally, and they're engaged for like 3 years or whatever, so I don't know. Probably not a while yet, maybe like, I'm gonna guess like 27, 28. That's my rough estimate. Do you know holder? Yes, if myself counts. I am really bad, like if you see my room, okay, don't like, literally like I'll keep stuff and I'll be like, oh yeah, but it's like I'm keeping it for this reason, and to be honest it's probably quite a silly reason. Excuse the talking in the background. But anyway, can you do a split? No, I went to gym when I was like from about the age of 5 until I was like 12, and I used to be able to do it obviously, and now I can't do it. So yeah. How old were you when you learned to ride a bike? I literally have no idea. How many oceans have you swam in? 1. Barrier Island. Oh, probably like when I went on holiday when I was like 6, not that I can remember that much, but I guess, excuse that, I guess there too, which was, where did we go? We went to Spain, somewhere in Spain. Mallorca, I believe. So yeah, I guess 2 oceans. How many countries have you been to? England, because I guess that's technically another country. I've been to Amsterdam, basically like Europe, because Amsterdam, Berlin, Germany, and Poland, etc. Like I know they're all different countries, but basically based around Europe and around Poland. And like if you saw my video on the Anne Frank tour, go check it out, I'll link it below. But yeah, like we went around like Poland, like I said, Berlin, basically around Germany, we went through Belgium, France. I've been to France as well on a school trip, which wasn't great, but yeah. So sorry I keep playing with my hair guys, and I keep looking in the viewfinder now. I'm really bad for it, but anyway, where am I? Is anyone in your family in the army? No, not as far as I'm aware. What would you name your daughter if you had one? Oh, see, I always have a name for a son because like I want a boy first before a girl. Like if I have a girl first, then it's whatever because obviously like as long as they're healthy and happy. But I don't know. I never know what to say when people ask me what name would I have for a girl. I really don't know. And the next question is, if you had a son, what would you name it? It would be something like Tommy, or maybe like Josh, or like Brandon. I like Brandon, so maybe Brandon. I don't know. Possibly Tommy. That's one at the moment I just like that name. I don't know. It might change by the time I have a kid. But yeah. What's the worst grade you got on a test? Well, I tried to do Welsh exam and I didn't know the Welsh, so I wrote it in English in parts. So, and I think I got like a E or something, or an F. Like, but to my thing, my like, I don't know what you call it, but my, you know, to my like thing, Welsh is supposed to be the hardest language to learn, so therefore, and like, yeah, I don't know, I just couldn't do Welsh. I never liked Welsh in school. But yeah, what was your favourite TV show when you were a child? Postman Pat. I used to have a cat because the cat was called Jess, and obviously I'm called Jess, and so I used to have the teddy of it and everything, and like I used to watch that show every single day, like when I came home from school when I was like really young. And then I think it got to like Mona the Teenage Witch, is that what it's called? Mona Lisa? Excuse me. Mona the Witch or something like that. It was Mona the, and she was a witch basically, and she was like 12. I don't know. But anyway, what did you dress up as on Halloween when you were 8? When I was 8. I'm 21, so that's something to think about. Probably like a ghost. Like my costumes were exactly expert. Either a ghost or a vampire, because I have a picture somewhere of me with like a massive like vampire cape and like a pitchfork, or maybe it was a devil, not a vampire, a devil, yeah, and I had like the devil's cape and like the devil's pitchfork and stuff. I believe that was when I was 8. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll go with that one. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games or Twilight series? I have not read any of the Harry Potter books, but I have watched all of them apart from the last half of the last film. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? Well, I have a British accent, so I mean, I guess it would be cool to trial an American accent. I'm not going to attempt one because I just can't do it, but yeah. Did your mother go to college? No. Yes, she did, because she did a catering course, yes. Are your grandparents still married? Yes, my grandparents have been together for 53 years, I believe. And they're still very much in love. Have you ever taken karate lessons? Yes, I was about 3. I did one lesson. No, I wasn't about 3, that's an exaggeration. I was about 4, 5 maybe. I was quite young anyway. And I did like 1 lesson or 2 lessons, and then I was just like, nope, don't want to do it. So, yeah. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yeah, he's part of the Muppets. What's the first amusement park you've been to? Barry Island, of course. Yeah. Quite cool. It used to be a lot cooler when I was younger, but what language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? I want to learn, I think German. Don't know why, I did try picking some of it up when obviously I went on Anne Frank tour. I had like a list, and I've still got it somewhere in this room. It's in my bag, I believe. And I like wrote down loads of words and I like was trying to translate them and like trying to learn. But it's so hard, like I don't know if that's just for me, but in my brother's school they used to teach him German, whereas in my school they never did German, they only did Welsh, French and Spanish. Do you spell a colour as grey or grey? So as in G-R-E-Y or G-R-A-Y? I spell it as... What's the question? I don't know. G-R-E-Y, I think. Is your father bald? No. Do you know triplets? No. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? Well, considering I've never seen The Notebook, I guess I have to say Titanic, although I'm not a fan of long films, and that film's on for like, what, 3.5 hours or something? So that's not really, I'm not really a fan of that. But, it's a good film, but just not my thing. Have you ever had Indian food? Have I ever? I mean, I don't think so, not really. I don't know, I don't think so. What's the name of your favourite restaurant? Ooh. Depends what you're talking. If you're talking cheap and cheerful, Wetherspoons, because it's just a typical British pub. If you're British, you know what I mean. It's just a typical typical cheap food, cheap drink, just a pub, innit? It's like a massive restaurant chain. But then if you're talking like expensive, like special occasion, like going all out sort of thing, then it would probably be maybe like Nando's. Like, I know it's quite a cliche one, and some people say, you know, it's just chicken, but I quite like a good Nando's or cheeky Nando's. Okay. Have you ever been to the Olive Garden? No, because that's not a thing in the UK. If you live in the UK, what is Olive Garden? It's a restaurant in America, I believe. Do you belong to any warehouse stores? Costco, BJ's, etc. I don't know what BJ's is, but I believe we have a Costco in the UK. I'm not 100% sure. Never been to one, but apparently it's like you can buy stuff in bulk, I think. Is that right? Let me know. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? Well, my brother's called Andrew, so I assume maybe Richard? I don't know. I really, really don't know. I've never really thought to ask that question, you know. If you have a nickname, what is it? I don't have a nickname. I was just that friend that never had a nickname. I guess that's kind of sad. No, it's fine. Who's your favourite person in the world? Well, I've got a few, so I can't really tell you that, because there's people in my family who are. There's obviously Christian who is, so I can't pick just one person. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? Well, I live in a town, so is that like, I don't know. I'm gonna say, I don't know. Is rural the one that doesn't have like stuff, like it's sort of like countryside? What is rural? Don't say I'm done. Rural countryside. Okay, yeah. So rural is countryside, and suburbs is like busy city centre. I'd probably rather live in the busy suburbs just because I need shops. I mean, I know there's online shopping, but you know, and I honestly couldn't live in a countryside because I feel like, as lovely as it was, I would go visit the countryside, of course, but I just feel like it would be quite boring. Can you whistle? Nope, not even going to try. Do you sleep with a nightlight? Nope. Do you eat breakfast every morning? Pfft. I am the worst for not eating breakfast. I'm so bad. Do you take any pills or medication daily? No, I do not. I'm lucky. What medical conditions do you have? None that I know of. How many times have you been to the hospital? Okay, so 3, 4, 5. 5, I believe. Cracked my head open 3 times. Had 8 teeth out when I was a kid, and then the other time was I broke my ankle. So yeah, very And then although I've only been to the hospital 5 times, I've had a lot more accidents than 5. I was such an accident-prone child. Let's be honest, I'm probably going to be an accident-prone adult, but yeah. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Of course I've seen Finding Nemo. Love that film. I haven't seen the prequels and sequels and whatever. Finding Dory, is it called? I've never seen that, but where'd you buy your jeans? wherever's cheapest. Primark is pretty good. Like, if you don't live in the UK, if you don't know, Primark is like a big, again, a retail chain, and they're like ridiculously cheap for what it is. Sometimes not the best quality for the price, but it's cheap, so it's... what's the last compliment you got? That's a good question. From my manager. We have a competition in work, and there's like 4 finalists basically, and they were like, if you want to write a speech you can, and he was like, it was a really good speech. So that was the last thing I can remember. I probably got something after that, but that's the last one I can actually remember. But yeah, do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Nope. What flavour tea do you enjoy? I hate tea. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I believe I own about 22, because there's 8 on the top of the wardrobe, another 3 in the bottom of the wardrobe, and then boxes all along the middle of the wardrobe. So if you want a full like shoe haul, let me know. And what religion will you raise your children to practice? None. If they want to, when they're old enough, decide that they want to be religious or they want to follow a certain religion, that's up to them. But I will not raise them to be a certain religion. Like I said, when they get old enough to understand what religion is and things like that, then they can decide if they want to follow that. But yeah, because I'm personally not religious myself, and no one in my family is really religious, so... How old were you when you found out that Santa wasn't real? I don't know how old I was, but I remember I was coming down the stairs. I may have been like 8, maybe 9, and my parents were putting the presents under the tree, and that's how I caught them, obviously. And yeah, so yeah. Right, the last question is, why do you have a Tumblr? But because we're currently not on Tumblr, because hello, this is YouTube, if you didn't know. No, I'm joking. Okay, but no, because we're not on Tumblr, I'm going to do why am I on YouTube instead. Just because it makes sense, doesn't it, really? But anyway, so, don't know, I just really love watching content, and people like Pointless Blog, and Zoella, and then people like the Doozens, and who else have I watched? The Janoskians, currently into Elton Cassie, who is a member of TFIL. He's like the founder of TFIL. If you don't know what that is, check it out. It's basically a bucket list, but they changed the bucket to something else. I'm sure you can figure that out in your head, so I'm not going to say that on camera because, yeah. But anyway, and I don't know, I just really enjoy making content. I really enjoy making other people happy, so if my content would eventually reach a lot of people, I know at the moment I'm only on like 80 subscribers. I would like to reach a lot more, obviously. Then I like making people happy, and if my content makes people happy, that makes me happy. So yeah, and also I just really enjoy filming it, and yeah. So, I don't know, I started, like, because me and my friend started when, we were really young. I tell you what, I'm going to do a separate video on this, or if I've already done one, I'll link it below, just because I could go on for so long. But yeah, so that's why I have a YouTube, basically. But like I said, if you want to see a full-length video, I will either link it below if it's already up, or I will make one. So yeah, anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, and subscribe down below if you haven't already, because that would make me happy, my heart happy. And yeah, like I said, I upload every Friday, so make sure to check back next week for a new video. Yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye guys!